If you want to protect yourself from traffic tickets and insurance fraud, a dashboard camera is a great way to do that. Dash cams can record misbehaving drivers, they can help you keep tabs on your teenagers' driving habits, and they can even document interesting road trips. DDPai is a company that's been making dash cams for a number of years, and a lot of their units are really popular outside of the US. The company's newest product, the Mini5, is a 4K ultra-high definition dash cam that offers 5G Wi-Fi and 64 gigabytes of onboard eMMC storage. But is it the right dashboard camera for you? Join me, Matt Hall, with the Make Use of Reviews team as we test drive the Mini5 and see if it can take the checkered flag for 4K ultra-high definition dashboard cameras.
Hello, DDPai.
Okay, so first let's get into the technical specifications of this little guy. We've got 64 gigabytes of onboard eMMC storage, real cube image technology, a Sony IMX415 CMOS image sensor, ADAS including lane assist, takeoff reminders, and collision avoidance. DDPai has also included its SR 2.0 system, which is an augmented reality system that provides real-time driving data. Its output resolution is 3840 by 2160, and it can even wirelessly transmit video to both Android and iOS devices via the DDPai app. So in the package for the Mini5, you'll get the dash cam unit, you get the mounting bracket, the power cable, a 12-volt USB charging plug, the installation tool, an additional 3M adhesive pad, 2 static cling films, and of course you'll get the instruction guide. So let's talk real quickly about installation and setup. Now the Mini5 is super simple to install. You essentially just pick a spot on the windshield you want to place the camera in, and you give the area a quick wipe down. After that, you just take the backing off of the 3M adhesive pad on the bracket and you stick it to your windshield. The bracket also has a tilt feature and an in-app horizon guide to make getting the angle of the camera just right. If you have ADAS in your car, commonly called things like EyeSight, Honda Sense, Toyota Safety Sense, or Kia Wise Driving, then you should probably consult your owner's manual just to make sure you're putting the camera in a spot where it's not going to affect your onboard ADAS system. The camera itself just clips into the bracket. It's got a set of magnets on the end of the unit, and that's how it's held in. And then you plug the USB-C connector in and you are good to go. Now, once everything is connected and plugged in, you can use the included wedge tool, I call it a spudger, to tuck the wiring under the headliner and behind the plastic panels of your vehicle. So how does footage on the Mini5 look? So we tested the Mini5 in both daylight and in nighttime conditions. Also, all of the driving images in this video have not been color corrected. Everything you see is presented exactly how it came out of the camera. So as you can see, daytime footage was pretty crisp, and seeing things like license plates and street signs really wasn't a problem when the car was stopped. There was a bit of blurring when in motion, but this is going to happen with most dash cams, regardless of make or model. Night performance was passable, though to my eye, it wasn't really anything to write home about. It was noticeably better in higher light areas, but even in the pitch dark with my headlights on, there was still a lot of area that was visible directly in front of the vehicle. One thing I did want to note is we did get a lot of lens flare from passing streetlights and headlights, and there was some significant barrel distortion in both the day and night recordings. This was more noticeable to my eyes in the night footage than it was in the day footage. Some other important considerations for you if you're looking at the video performance of the Mini5. The unit breaks up footage into 60-second chunks if you're accessing these videos directly from the file system of your computer. With the app, you can extend that time to 3 minutes, but if you want longer footage, then you'll need to stitch your shots together with a video editing app of some type. Let's move on to sound quality. So one area that's really laughably bad with the Mini5 is going to be the audio. Both the quality of the recordings and the alert system on the unit leave a lot to be desired. DDPai's included ADAS for things like lane departure and collision avoidance, and those things are great in theory, but they really don't perform very well. Instead, you get quite a few false alerts.
Red car launching.
Now for me, after a few trips, I got a little annoyed by the alerts and I just turned them off entirely. Additionally, the audio recording of the Mini5 was subpar. recordings were really, really muddy even when I was projecting my voice. This is an example of the audio from the DDPai Mini5. The camera is about 2 feet away from my mouth on my windshield, and I'm in the driver's seat of my vehicle. This is just to show you how the audio functions work, and I am currently projecting my voice. This might not be a big deal for some. I know in some areas it's illegal to record others without their consent, so this may be completely a non-issue. You also may want to check your local laws before using the recording function, the audio recording function. Moving on to the app. So you control the Mini5 with the DDPai app, and this app has some pretty terrible reviews. One of the app features here is also a community function that will allow users to share video clips and interact. Personally, I don't really see much point in sharing dashcam videos, but if that's your thing, then you have a way to do so within the DDPai app. Overall though, I found the app super buggy, and connecting to the camera often takes more than one try. It feels pretty unpolished as an app goes, especially for a product that costs over $100. One question people are going to want to know the answer to is, can you repair the Mini5? I will say the unit is fully sealed. It's not designed to be taken apart. There's really no outside access to any of the fasteners, and there's no indication that the camera can be opened by the end user. The warranty on the unit is 1 year, so if you do have any problems with the unit, just contact DDPai and they can help you out with warranty repairs. So what do we love about the Mini5 by DDPai? I think that once the audio alerts are turned off on this camera, it does wonderful at recording commuting data without being intrusive. In other words, you'll really hardly know it's there as long as all of the alerts are switched off. So in that fashion, it's pretty hassle-free as cameras go, and there really aren't any cards to fiddle with or batteries to charge. I also like that you can pop the camera out of the mounting bracket and stow it if you're worried about somebody swiping it. It easily fits into a pocket or fits into a purse, and you can take it with you, or you can just dump it into your glove box when you get where you're going. Loop recording is pretty useful, especially with the built-in storage. That way you don't have to reformat a card every time space fills up. With loop recording, the Mini5 just overwrites the earlier footage, which means you really don't have to worry about not getting any important events. Though if there is something you'd like to save, it's recommended that you download it shortly after the event, as using 4K on this card allows it to fill up pretty fast. Daytime image quality here is also great despite the slight barrel distortion of the image, and nighttime footage is also passable, though this is one of the areas which we do see a little bit of room for improvement. Lastly, installation was a breeze. I really like the ability to just plug into a 12-volt socket rather than being forced to hardwire something into your electrical system. So what's not to love about the Mini5? There are really 3 main issues that I've identified when I was testing this unit. First, we talked about the sound. Sound on this unit is pretty awful. This is going to be an issue for some people. I think if sound is important to you, then you may want to look at other dashcam options. Second, here's the app. Using the app is pretty frustrating, and if the settings for the camera weren't only accessible via the app, I probably would have deleted it by now. It's really not very reliable, and there are connection issues even in close proximity to the camera. Sometimes a Wi-Fi network of the camera isn't even broadcast, and in order to correct that, you have to unplug the camera and then plug it back in to fix the problem. I also see the built-in storage as a potential barrier to longevity. By that I mean that because the storage is onboard, if it fails, then the camera is completely useless. Finally, and this may just be an issue with my unit, but during testing the camera got pretty hot when it was actively recording. So on to the final question, should you buy the Mini5 by DDPai? I think for a mid-tier 4K dashcam, the Mini5 is not a bad choice. If you're looking for decent quality 4K dashcam footage and you can live without great audio, then the Mini5 is going to work well for you. Also, if a removable camera is important to you, then the Mini5 will be right up your alley. Taking this camera in and out of your vehicle is quick, and doing so will prevent thieves. If you want to leave the camera hooked up, it also is discreet enough to do so without drawing too much attention. But on the other hand, if you're looking for a solid app interface, you're going to want to look at other models. The app here is a compromise you're going to have to make until DDPai improves its functionality. Also, if audio recording is important to you, then the Mini5 is probably not the right camera. Overall, the Mini5 gets the job done in 4K, and if you turn off the audio cues, you really can forget it's there, which may sound like a bad thing, but it's not. A dash camera shouldn't be something you have to think about after installing. It should record footage and it should stay out of the way until you need it for an emergency. The Mini5 does an excellent job of staying out of the way, And to me, that's probably the best feature. So what do you think of the Mini5 by DDPai? Leave me a comment below and let me know. Also, if you want to read our full review of this little dashboard camera, please visit us at makeuseof.com. As always, if you found the video helpful, please leave us a like and consider subscribing. Now for Make Use Of, my name is Matt Hall. I appreciate you watching today, and we will see you next time.